think that music has a really important role in our society right now, especially for young people. And as young people are pressured to distinguish themselves more and more to be great at one particular thing, I think it's wonderful to do something like music that's inherently cooperative, that calls out the best of you, that makes you think about someone else and listen. The purpose of this orchestra is really to pull in the children who may not be as one-minded about studying an instrument. They may have many other interests, and yet they want to make music at a high level. And I found that the youth orchestra programs in this area were not meeting their needs, because most children would be at sports conflicts, or they would have things on the weekend that made it so that they couldn't be in these more intensive youth orchestras. And I really wanted to give them an opportunity to develop their orchestral skills and discover the joy of making music, so that maybe it would pull them in more deeply.
A lot of my friends had told me they went to the first rehearsal and really liked it, so I wanted to try it out, and it was like another way to play music.
You know, when I grew up, there were auditions for chairs, and there was a lot of pressure, and then you could actually be demoted if you didn't show up. So it was sort of a punishing mentality and a lot of put downs. And I grew up in that world and realized that was not something I wanted. I didn't feel that that kind of competition nourished a healthy self-esteem later on. So I wanted to create a completely different collaborative environment, so that students would feel like they could achieve without all of those external motivators, that they would be internally motivated and motivated by the success of the group to do well. In our chamber orchestra, the students really have to master their parts to a high level, because there aren't that many of them. I think that intimacy is a huge part of what I'm working towards. Some students are really intimidated being in orchestra, and you find the students at the back of the seconds who are terrified, and they're barely playing. I don't think it's healthy, and I don't think it benefits the children. So I love this intimate environment where I can make contact with each and every child, every rehearsal.
And so we did a flash mob in Arlington Center playing a piece by Bach, where we would all walk in at different points. It was a fugue, so we could do that. And it was really good, and like people came out of Starbucks and watched us. And it was great.
In my younger orchestra, I have students as young as 3rd grade up to 6th grade. So they are learning the fundamentals of how to read music, how to navigate the rhythms on the page, how to even rehearse such that you might not always start at the beginning. But even in the first 3 months of this year, they've already learned all of those things. And it's wonderful to see them develop those capacities. Now, my older orchestra is grades 6 through 12. And that group, we're really working on more sophisticated music making, ensemble. In that group, I have kids who are playing solos, kids who are doing things at even a higher level. And there, I really want to take them to a place where we're working on standard repertoire of the chamber orchestra variety. Orchestras have often followed the competitive model because there was this idea that there was no other way to motivate children to do well except through competition. And that goes against what I believe as a person. I think that we have deeper forces within us that call us to collaborate. And in this world with so many complex problems, children really need to learn how to listen to each other. And this is what music is about. There is not really a place for competition, and yet competition has been superimposed upon the musical experience in so many different youth orchestras. And I think this is damaging to children. I really want kids to grow up feeling like they have a creative voice, that they're strong inside, that they have something to offer, that making mistakes is okay, that we all can recover from a mistake, and that will not be the thing that people remember about you. But what they will remember is the authenticity of your expression and your feeling. And so this is really what I'm trying to pull out of these children.